if we can't even agree on whether or not a necessary being exists or is even possible, then I don't think we can really get anywhere. So that's why I think we need to define what we're actually talking about. And I mean, obviously we think a necessary being exists, right? So that's obvious, but I want to understand your perspective as far as whether you think, well, it's possible, meaning that, it could exist, or you think it's impossible, that it couldn't possibly exist, or maybe that you just don't know one way or another. I mean, those are really the only three options that I see.
To be very honest, I think it is rather irrelevant to me.
Okay, so I mean, the opposite of something that's necessary is something that's contingent, which means it could be another way, it could fail to exist. I mean, a common example would be something like this microphone. Do you accept that there are contingent things, or you wouldn't even make a claim about whether or not anything is contingent or necessary?
I simply do not think that it is irrelevant to the point at hand. I mean,
you should try to engage with the conversation. Now, I'm going to try this one more time, and if it doesn't work, I'm happy to let the other people come in and we can continue on another line of thought. But are you trying to tell me right now that you, based on what I said, and let me explain it one more time. So something that's necessary means that it has to exist. It couldn't be otherwise. It couldn't fail to exist. Something that's contingent is the opposite of it, that it could be another way. It doesn't have to exist. Now, if you have those two categories, there's a third, which is impossible, but I don't think you're going to tell me that the pen doesn't actually exist. So let's just get rid of that. If we're dealing with necessary and necessary and contingent, which is possible, are you trying to tell me that you cannot tell me whether or not this pen right here is necessary or contingent?
It is something that that I do not think about, that I do not concern myself with. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, so it's okay. Jake, any final words?
No, other than just holding up my pen again. And
hey, I agree with that. Look, I agree with that.
Yeah, so I like this pen.